guys! Today I'm going to be reading, this is going to be part 4 of my reading my childhood books. As you can see, I don't really feel like getting out my purple container, but it's in my closet and everything. Oh, and by the way, I got this Teletubby doll, Lada. And I even think, I'm not too sure I can get it, but it seems like everybody loves the Teletubbies, like, even though, but I do like the new series because now this generation of children can actually, get to watch Teletubbies like their older siblings watched, because my cousin Carson, he didn't grow up with the old series, and I did though. So it's just Lala. It's a giggling Lala. She works. I just turned her off so I can save the battery. Yeah, she's very sweet. Okay, Lala, let's let you down for a little while. And anyway, I'm going to read you this thing called a pet dictionary. I don't think you've ever heard of this, but it's an A to Z of animal companions, and it tells you like how to care for them and everything. But I don't think it has all of them, so it's paid IES. That's Irvington Elementary School. It's in Irvington, Kentucky, if you don't want to look at that. But I grew up most going to that school when I was younger. And I think when I recently found out what the year it came out, so it was back in 2005, so I think that was the year I got it, so that's probably when, I know I was in elementary school back in the day, but I don't remember exactly what grade I was in, but this right here will tell you, if you will ever know, it says, throughout this dictionary, you will see icons next to each entry. These will give you more information about each creature listed. This is the stars, this is how much they're raised and how easy or difficult they're to care for. 1 star is easy to care for. 2 stars requires more attention. It can be easy to care for, but other than that, it needs more attention, like cleaning and feeding and making sure they're healthy. And 3 stars is kind of not the best thing. If there's a pet that has 3 stars, and then you need an advanced caregiver like your mom or dad, a guardian, or whoever you live with. So it's best to me, I recommend if you're a beginner pet owner, like if you have your first pet or even your second pet. Sometimes if you have a dog and you want to get like a snake or a spider, it's best to start as beginner, but I would recommend getting a spider for a pet. I mean, I know some people like spiders, but I do like snakes, even though some people don't like snakes. But anyway, right here it's called habitat icons. This tells you where they live, and this means aquarium. That's a cage, a hutch, or an aviary, which I call it cage mostly. This means home roaming, which I think it means it roams around the house or roams around outside your back door. I mean your backyard. My cats stay at home, but they sometimes they stay close to home, but they're outside cats. They can roam around inside the house or around the house or outside. Outdoor pond, that could be like fish or even frogs, which I wouldn't put your own pet frog in the pond because if it's too small, it could die. Outdoors, which I think this means lives outdoors. I think home roaming means it roams inside the home. So this actually means inside the house. So this is for roam outdoors. This is a vivarium, which is, to me, it's like an aquarium, except it doesn't have water, things that you keep a snake, a spider, a lizard, or a tree frog, which of course tree frogs like to be on land, but this is, or birds perhaps. Okay, this tells you how big it is from your hand, up to 7 inches, from your wrist to your longest finger. This tells you how wide it is from how big it is compared to a human being. Say a cat wouldn't be big as a human being. It's how big it is compared to how big a cat is compared to how big a human is. So there's A to Z. There's lots of them, but I'm gonna read you some of my favorites that I read when I was a kid. Of course, it tells you invertebrates like spiders. Has no backbones. It's a fish, amphibians like frogs, and this is reptiles like snakes, lizards, and alligators, which people don't like alligators for pets. Birds and mammals, which is most common. Okay. Invertebrates, okay. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones. It's called the bearfish, which I know probably most of you know about them. They're common in pets retailers. It says, the male bear is one of the most colorful fish, but his beauty hides a deadly secret. Two males must never be kept in the same aquarium because they will fight to the death. When they meet, it means that if you keep two male betas in the same place where they live at, they fight for territory. And do not place a mare next to the aquarium because a male beta will attack his own reflection. That could also mean probably a female too, because they think another. Whenever you know how you look at yourself in the mirror, you think that's another person, but animals don't know that as we do. So, okay, let me look. A Chihuahua. A Chihuahua. The tiny Chihuahua is the smallest dog in the world. It is named after the Mexican state of Chihuahua. A Chihuahua must be handled carefully because it has a hole under its skull in the center of a hole under its skin in the center of the skull. This means that its brain is not fully protected by bone. In spite of its size, this dog can bark surprisingly loudly. My stepmom actually has two Chihuahuas, but she keeps them at her mom and dad's because I live in a big house, and Chihuahuas, usually, in my opinion, prefer apartments or at least a house that's not too big. Because big houses, they tend to get lost, Here's a fun fact. Chihuahuas may shiver frequently even if they are wearing a coat. This is often a sign of excitement, not being cold. Okay, let's see. Here's a corn snake. That's one of the snakes you keep as pets. This snake got its name because the patterns on its belly resemble Indian corn kernels. Selective breeding of corn snakes in captivity has produced many colorful variations. Corn snakes eat mice, and as they grow, they shed their skins regularly. They are known for their ability to escape, so their living quarters need to be tightly fitted with a vented cover. That's the same way. I heard octopuses can actually escape their tanks up in museums or like in aquariums because they tend to escape because they're able to squeeze through, just like a cat can squeeze through small spaces. An octopus, despite having no bones, can actually squeeze through. I guess even though snakes actually have bones, I guess they actually are. And so, like I said, 2 stars. May require some attention, so that's what I'd say. And this is how big it is compared to a human. Of course, the snake is no bigger than a human. Some of these fish animals you may not have heard of, but some you have. A German Shepherd dog. It says, born originally to watch over sheep, the German Shepherd dog is known for its bravery. It acted as a messenger dog in wartime, and is used by many police forces today. This breed has been trained to find people missing in snowstorms or trapped in earthquake-stricken buildings. German Shepherd dogs are also kept as guard dogs for the blind. And despite their nature as guard dogs, sometimes they're not just to help blind people or police forces. They're also any dog can be a watchdog, except maybe a Chihuahua, because despite them being small and have a loud bark, they could get eaten. Here's 2 more Riki. The Golden Retriever. The Golden Retriever is one of the most popular dog breeds in the world. This retriever is an excellent swimmer and was originally bred to find ducks that have been shot down over water. The dog's strong tail acts like a ship's rudder, helping it steer through the water. In spite of their name, some Golden Retrievers have much lighter coats than others. And of course, 1 star means they're easy to care for. A goldfish. The most common household pet in the world, the goldfish has a lifespan of 5 to 10 years. And can provide its owner with a lot of enjoyment. Available in most pet stores, the goldfish is easy to care for as inexpensive. Goldfish are dark colored when they are young, but a brighter orange when they grow older. And even on that, my dad says we had goldfish before, which I didn't spot, but goldfish don't actually look just like that. Most are gold like that, but we have a goldfish, and believe it or not, they're called goldfish, but they're black. You know how they have a big eyeballs? I call them Spot. We had 2 of the same one, except one was bigger than the other. But like my dad says, he says that they do tend to make your tank dirty. But maybe it's because if you have like more than one, maybe it's what he means. But I don't know. Crazy. I still prefer that's his opinion. How about this one? An Indian walking stick. It's an insect, by the way. This insect looks like the plants on which it feeds, so it's hard to spot. is touched, a walking stick will let go of its branch and fall to the ground like an old twig. The Indian walking stick is simple to raise and eats plants, including branch, leaves, and lettuce. Its cage must be kept very clean because eventually it will contain many eggs. Whoa. Okay. I know I'm just going randomly on because it'll take a long time, but... Okay, how about llama? Entertaining and very easy to train, pet llamas are used to cold, dry weather because they come from the high Andes Mountains in South America. Llamas are intelligent, gentle, clean animals that live for 15 to 20 years. They come in a variety of colors, sizes, and wool types, and owners even report that they have different personalities. And they have padded feet that help them climb the mountain if they get up there. Okay, here's a molly. I just got some mollies recently and they're really cute. Although most molly fish are black or speckled, there are 21 different colorations in total. Mollies need an aquarium that is not overcrowded, but well planted to attract algae. They are peaceful fish that are not too demanding and make great pets. Female mollies are larger than males, and they can produce as many as 300 babies at a time. Whoa. I've never actually had a molly or a fish that has babies. But bannerfish actually, they actually make bubble nests, like nests out like tiny little bubbles, and then they lay their eggs there, which is really cool though. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's a hedgehog. I didn't know about that. It says, the pygmy hedgehog makes a cuddly pet in spite of its sharp spines. With a lifespan of 6 to 8 years, the quirky creature can bring lots of enjoyment if it's given proper care. It is illegal to keep a pet hedgehog in some states in the U.S., which sometimes I really wonder why. I mean, hedgehogs, despite their spiny horns, are actually really cute, actually. And they actually do go number 2 a lot, if you're wondering. They just do. Okay. Okay. Are we this one, that one, and that one? Okay. A tarantula. I don't like tarantulas. I don't know why they even bother keep as pets. The tarantula is a pet to look at rather than handle. It's like a pet that you look at rather than handle. It has a painful bite, and its hairs can cause a rash or even blindness if it flicks them into your eye. A tarantula's body is fragile, and if it's dropped, it is likely to die. Female tarantulas have a long lifespan of up to 20 years, but males only for 2 years. And the reason why females are older than males is because they have babies, and the males, after they mate, they don't live a long time because they tend to get diseases. I don't know what kind, but it's sad. Tiger bobs. The striped tiger bob is one of the most popular tropical fish. It is so called because its color markings look like a striped patterning of a tiger. Unfortunately, tiger barbs can be aggressive. They snap at the fins of other fish in their aquarium. When breeding, the female tiger barb can lay up to 700 eggs at a time. Yikes! Here's a cat. This is one of my favorite kind of cat breeds, a tortoiseshell cat. I even have one. All tortoiseshell cats have some red and black areas in their coats, but their markings are very individual. No two look exactly the same. Some also have other white patches and are known as tortoiseshell and white. Almost all tortoiseshell are female. Cats are female, and they make excellent devoted mothers. Tortoiseshell coloration is seen in many other breeds today. Okay. Wild Abyssinian. That's most of the Abyssinian. Okay, so that'll be it for today. And thank you for watching this video. Comment, subscribe, and bye YouTube. Goodbye.